Okay, so I literally have like 30 players to get to, so I'm not even going to beat around the bush here. Good morning, happy Monday, everybody. And actually, before I begin, I do like to say, man, it's foggy out. Like, seriously, I thought something was gonna happen as I was working out this morning. I run every morning, see, and so yeah, it was crazy. Anyway, so yes, I wasn't really able to do the NFL Top 100 Players of 2019 thoughts because you know doing my Tony R's tribute on Saturday, which it is officially closed. But in case, I mean, yeah, I know I said a lot, but it can't be beaten enough. Or actually, I said that wrong. To the good people who worked at Tony R's or the people responsible for making the food, all that stuff, you guys were awesome. And I really hope that whatever, endeavors you guys get yourselves into, you're successful at it. Okay, so moving on. At number 60, we have a man who is arguably considered the GOAT in his own right, Larry Fitzgerald. I'm sorry, but Larry Fitzgerald the Cardinals should have won that Super Bowl, and Larry Fitzgerald should have been the MVP. I'll never forget that Super Bowl. I was actually, I was at Trinity Pauling, and when I got to, I started watching the game in Dunbar dormitory, and because that's where everyone in my dorm was watching it. But then I decided, I'm going to go to the cave. And when I got to the cave, that's when Larry Fitzgerald had that 80-yard touchdown run or whatever. And I like to attribute the fact that the Steelers won because this one guy that a lot of people made fun of showed up and he ruined the mojo. Just saying. So, yes. Larry Fitzgerald is awesome. And now one of my Cowboys, Zach Martin. Quite possibly the best guard in the NFL, according to Mike Daniels, and ain't even close. Love that guy. Fun fact about Zach Martin. If the Dallas Cowboys didn't draft Zach Martin, we were actually going to draft Johnny Manziel. I think we made the right choice there now, don't you? So, yes. AJ Green from the Bengals, very good wide receiver. Danielle Hunter, who I do believe is actually the first non-American born player on the NFL Top 100 in all history. Yeah, I believe he was born in Jamaica. So, that's really neat. That's really cool. Joey Bosa. Okay, now Joey Bosa is actually really, really good. I mean, obviously, if you've been paying attention to the draft at all, his little brother, Nick. I already like that guy anyway. It was drafted number 2 overall from Ohio. But Joey Bosa, the year that Dak Prescott got Offensive Rookie of the Year, Joey Bosa got Defensive Rookie of the Year. And there's a good reason for it. Joey Bosa is awesome. He's very injury prone, but he's awesome. Xavier Howard from the Dolphins, he was good. Calais Campbell, quite possibly the tallest lineman and probably a guy overall in the NFL. Mike Evans from Tampa, he's really good. Okay, this bothers me just a little bit, but I guess it was doomed to end eventually. At number 52, it's, my guy, Tyron Smith, who the last 2 years he was ranked, the top-ranked offensive lineman on the NFL Top 100. But when I heard that there was somebody above him, I really wanted to see him do it 3 years in a row. But, it's still Tyron Smith. He's still awesome. And speaking of people who are still awesome, Deshaun Watson, he's number 51. He actually went down 1 spot from a year ago. But you know what? Deshaun Watson is the man. I think, including, just so you know, in the next 5-10 years, the top 5 QBs are definitely going to be Deshaun Watson, Baker Mayfield, Pat Mahomes, Dak Prescott, Kyler Murray. I'm calling it. I really hope I'm right about that. I guarantee at least 60% of that I'm going to be correct over. So, yeah, feel pretty good then. Now, how do we get to 50 to 41? Sorry, I had to rapid fire this, guys. I'm sorry. Speaking of Baker Mayfield's number 50. I was cheering my fanny off when I found out Baker Mayfield made the list. I'm like, yeah! Personally, I think Baker Mayfield should have gotten Rookie of the Year just because he changed, like, the face of Cleveland, like, literally, to the point where, like, it's almost unrecognizable. And that in a good way, in a very good way. So, that's really cool. I had a picture in my head, I'm sorry. Speaking of the Browns, Myles Garrett, who was also drafted number 1 in his rookie year, and 13.5 sacks for the Cleveland Browns. That's really good. He's also known for writing poetry, which is very sweet. Melvin Ingram from the Chargers, he and Joey Bosa are 2 of the best defensive ends in the NFL, so that's really good. Juju Smith-Schuster, who is the wide receiver from the Pittsburgh Steelers. And if you've been paying attention to the NFL, you know that Antonio Brown and the Steelers had a huge falling out. So now Juju is the number 1 wide receiver, and he's ready to step up. He says he's ready, but I have to agree with Shannon Sharp. Being the number 1 receiver is going to be very, very, very different from what he's used to. In fact, I do believe Keenan Allen, who I will be mentioning in a few minutes, mentioned that he's going to be losing sleep trying to think of ways of getting open from all other sorts of cornerbacks, which leads into Patrick Peterson of the Cardinals, who, okay, I like Patrick Peterson, but he's going to be suspended. Excuse me. For like several games next year because of he's taking PEDs, which, come on, man, y'all better than that. Plus, you're one of the Cardinals. You're supposed to help groom Kyler Murray into, the top 5 quarterback he's destined to be. What are you doing? Well, at least he had the likes of Larry Fitzgerald and T. Suggs and Chandler Jones. So, that's really cool. DeMarcus Lawrence, Tank, one of my Dallas Cowboys. He's awesome. He's arguably the leader of the defense now, which that's great. It's awesome. And I love how they segue into the next guy after DeMarcus Lawrence, because DeMarcus Lawrence hurt his knee when he played against Pittsburgh a couple of years ago, but he was able to sack the quarterback in that game, and that quarterback was the guy who was next, and that was Ben Roethlisberger, who Skip Bayless predicts is going to be the MVP next year. I don't doubt that. Because, yeah, the Steelers had a down year last year, but because of everything involving Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown, the Steelers are a team on a mission. And I really think that with James Conner and Juju Smith-Schuster helping out Ben Roethlisberger, they might actually do it. I think so. David Bakhtiari, the actual top-ranked offensive lineman, which, to be perfectly honest, I thought it was either going to be that one guard from the Colts or Lane Johnson from the Eagles. So, the fact that he's from Green Bay actually kind of surprises me. Christian McCaffrey, the running back from Carolina, that's he's really cool. Cam Jordan, number 41. I like Cam Jordan. Bit of a huge personality, but at least he's not obnoxious about it. So, I like him. He's cool. He's really awesome. I like Cam Jordan. And plus, I love how he's like the DJ of his locker room for the Saints. And how, from what I hear, they play N64 Smash Brothers, which, it's N64 Smash Brothers. Where can you ever go wrong with that? Okay, now 40 to 31. Zach Ertz, one of the best tight ends in the NFL for the Eagles. Now, you guys know I don't like the Eagles as an organization, but there are players that I do like, and Zach Ertz is one of those players that I do like. Plus, his wife is a world champion soccer player who just won the World Cup, so yeah, the Ertz kids are gonna be like a royal pedigree when they're like adults. Gosh, it's going to be a scary thought if I really hope, It's a scary thought if, like, they play for a team, if their kids end up being sons who don't play for my Dallas Cowboys, but yeah, it is what it is. Akeem Hicks from the Bears! The Bears! Actually, this was interesting. Apparently last year, no one from the Bears made it on the NFL Top 100. Yeah. So, Akeem Hicks is the first guy from Chicago in the last couple of years to, make the NFL Top 100. That's really cool. And speaking of people I talked about earlier, Keenan Allen, the wide receiver from the Chargers. Like Joey Bosa, he's also very injury prone, but when he's healthy, he can make things happen. And speaking of actually not wide receivers, the safety from Green Bay, Green Bay, Jamal Adams. He's really cool. He's really good. Chris Jones, the defensive tackle from the Chiefs. He's number 36. He's cool. Devontae Adams, the wide receiver from the. I knew there was a wide receiver from the Packers who was on here, but there's a lot of people named Adams on this list. Like Adams, Smith. And others, but I can't think of. The guy's named Melvin, like Melvin Gordon, who's number 34, run back from the, from the Chargers, that's really cool. He's on the list. Adam Thielen, I love me some Adam Thielen. He's really cool. Jared Goff, quarterback from the Rams, still not as good as Dak, yet someone is able to beat my Cowboys. My Cowboys defense never shows up. And Derwin James, safety from the Chargers. That is numbers. Wow, that is, again, sorry if it's not really like the cleanest in terms of getting all done, but I had a lot to get to and, so little time. Although, full disclosure, I actually missed Adam Thielen's run on the show last night because I dozed off for like 3 minutes, and during those 3 minutes they showed Adam Thielen, which, sorry. Don't worry though, I saw it, and he's really cool. I like Adam Thielen. And so, yeah. Anyway, what I was really bothered about earlier is, there are 8 Dallas Cowboys on the NFL Top 100. Which is great. In fact, it's actually the most from any team on the NFL Top 100, which is awesome. Go Cowboys. But with only one person who is yet to be mentioned, it's more than likely going to be Ezekiel Elliott, which means Dak Prescott didn't make it again. Man, why everybody gotta not like Dak Prescott? He's like the most genuine guy there is. What's wrong? What's wrong? Man. You know what? I mean, yeah, I know it's the players list, the players choosing. Dak Prescott himself even said it's just cool to be on there. But I want to see him do well. Okay? In Dak, I back. If you were a teenager and on the time that Roma was around, you know what I mean? It was very frustrating. That's why I'm really putting all my faith in Dak Prescott. I think he's going to be, honestly, I really do think he's going to be a top 5 QB. My goodness, I hope he is. So, yeah. Wow, that was like a giant rapid fire. Although, don't really know if I'm going to be able to watch, the top 10 from 10 to 1 on Wednesday because it's going to be 2 hours long and there's going to be a after thing or whatever, which, yeah. If I'm already tired now, it's going to probably be worse later. My goodness. So yeah, that's what I have to, say for right now. Not really much else to report. Yeah, that's about it. So, favorite, share, hit that subscribe button, follow me on the social media platforms, turn on notifications on YouTube. I am humbled I made this video for whoever you guys are watching. Enjoy for them. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Monday. And remember, if you guys want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to lend an ear. I'll always have your back. Take care and make good choices. See ya.